Have you ever met someone who barely talks? Someone who listens more than they speak? And yet, when they finally do, every word feels heavy with meaning. They aren't shy, they aren't cold, they just live in a quieter world, a world inside. And today, we're stepping into that world together. Silence isn't emptiness. Psychologically, it's often a form of protection. People who talk less usually process more internally. According to cognitive psychology, their brains stay busy even when their mouths stay still. They analyze, evaluate, and filter before they speak. For them, speech isn't a reaction, it's a decision. They think before they talk, not because they're afraid, but because words mean something to them. Maybe you felt this too, that the world speaks too fast, and you just need a second to breathe before you answer. That's not weakness, that's awareness. Research in personality psychology suggests the quiet people often have higher self-monitoring tendencies. They constantly evaluate how their words might be received. In their mind, every sentence is a chess move, measured, strategic, and intentional. It's not that they can't talk, it's that they don't want to waste meaning. Sometimes silence isn't about fear of being judged. It's about respecting your own thoughts enough to not throw them into noise. In a world where everyone's trying to speak louder, the quiet ones often choose depth over volume. Social media rewards fast talkers, those who speak instantly, even before thinking. But the quiet soul, they pause. They observe. That pause isn't laziness, it's mental discipline. Neuroscience shows that introverted or reflective personalities have stronger action in the prefrontal cortex, the brain's center for planning and reflection. That's why they take longer to respond. But when they do, it's real. Maybe that's why their words feel heavier, because they were filtered through thought, not impulse. Another reason some people speak so little is emotional safety. When someone has faced betrayal, rejection, or emotional overload, their brain learns a lesson. Silence equals safety. In psychology, this is called learned emotional regulation, a defense built not out of fear, but experience. Their silence says, I've spoken before, and it didn't feel safe. So, they protect their heart, not by hiding it, but by sharing it only with those who truly listen. Quiet people often live in deeper emotional landscapes. They notice what others miss, small details, body language, energy. Psychologically, this comes from higher sensory sensitivity, meaning their brains literally absorb more from every moment. So, when others speak endlessly to fill silence, they're busy feeling the silence, studying it, living in it. Sometimes, the loudest understanding doesn't need words, it just needs presence. Here's the paradox: the quieter a person is, the more they crave deep connection. Not small talk, real talk. That's why, when they do open up, it's often with emotion, vulnerability, and honesty. Psychology calls this selective openness, a mechanism where the mind prioritizes quality over quantity. in relationships. They don't want to talk to everyone. They want to talk to someone who truly gets it. Silence also gives the brain room to rest. Studies in neuropsychology show that lowers cortisol and activates the default mode network, a brain system linked to creativity, self-awareness, and empathy. So, while others rush to speak, the quiet ones rebuild themselves through stillness. Their silence isn't empty, it's full of recovery. But let's be honest, not all silence is peaceful. Sometimes being quiet hides anxiety, trauma, or fear of being misunderstood. In these cases, silence becomes a prison instead of a sanctuary. If you feel that your quietness isolates you instead of freeing you, it's okay to ask for help. Through therapy, journaling, or trusted conversation. Silence should protect you, not suffocate you. You deserve to be heard, not just by others, but by yourself. At the end of the day, people who speak less don't lack words. They just understand their power. Their silence teaches us that connection isn't about how much we speak, but how deeply we mean it when we do. So, if you're one of those quiet souls, don't apologize for it. You're not too quiet. You're just living life at the volume of truth. If this spoke to something in you, stay close. There's a whole world inside the human mind, and we're exploring it together, one thought at a time. Because sometimes the quietest minds hold the loudest truths. Stay with us. Your story's just beginning here.